Guys, I've visited just for a short period of time. I was on Twitch, but I guess it's not that successful as multi-streaming. Twitch is very limiting, damn. So I'd rather multi-stream on Facebook, YouTube, Kick.com, and for instance LinkedIn or Twitter than just stick with Twitch, which is again is incredibly limiting, and I am not very happy with the unfortunate policies. So for the time being, I'd rather favor multi-streaming than just stick with Twitch, which deeply unsatisfying. Pick that. Okay, what have we got in here? What's this? A4 played by Magnus now. So we're looking at. Oh man, poor Ding Liren. He lost to Vincent. I mean, this just. I don't want to think how awful he feels. I'm really sorry for Ding Liren. He needs a break or something. Oh my god. Seriously tilting Ding Liren. Lost them all. Anyway, maybe he'll be back in shape for defending his title. For the time being, let's look at this gorgeous over game here, guys. I guess we're multi-streaming now, right? Okay. Let me just check here on YouTube and things. YouTube and LinkedIn and Kick.com and yeah. View channel. Yeah, that should be absolutely fine. Blackstone to move. Let me see. Oh, actually you can. Oh, that's nice. They also have this interesting button here. You could actually modify the size of the board. That's not bad. That's not that bad. Right, so A4, to my understanding, what's to say that there's not going to be any knight or bishop for the time being. But maybe it means something else. Maybe it means something else. No, I think now it's getting really tactical. Maybe it means after all I want to push the pawn, asking for a friend, because if black were to capture here, the potential is huge at some point for exploiting a6. So I wonder if a4 is just really for just staving off any knight or bishop, which by the way, they already sort of stopped. Yeah, I think a4 is multi-purpose move. They always do that, don't they? So a4 is really multi-purpose move here. Stops any knight or bishop and wants to come to a5 and eventually a6. So I think there's something here. There might be. Anyway, knight took and b took. Oh my god, I don't think that favors black at all. Because potentially of this thought. I guess you can play king to d2 now? But is there any other priority that needs to be investigated? How many times do I attack this guy? Can I just takes and then start capturing here? Oh man, there's quite a few tactical ideas. Quite a few tactical ideas. Heck, yeah, there definitely is a lot of stuff to process here. Good news for Magnus is that he's on 17 minutes. Fabi's on 11. Okay. It's starting to looking really good. It's really good. I like it. So when black took here, that means that this guy is takeable as well, but also this guy drops. Boy, that's a lot to process here. So Magnus 17 minutes, Fabi is 11. So he could actually give like 6 minutes actually thinking about the current position here. You really need to sit down and think about the next step. I think I've highlighted the main ideas here. I think, heck, you could take on e6 straight away. You need to take on e6 straight away. Hello, Modern Tal. Good to see you, brother. You know, if you are to do forcing, I don't know. He is just a freaking tactical genius. I mean, he's just amazing. So again, if you play knight to e6, it's a forcing move, Tal, because knight e6 wants to say I'm going to checkmate here just next turn. So that forces black to react to. We know in chess that when we play forcing moves, the other guys need to react to. And the threat over checkmate is huge. So knight e6 takes some pawn back, threatens checkmate. Okay, he went for the rook. I did highlight the other move too. I did highlight it. Now, it comes with a caveat. You give them the F. But maybe he just want to take here afterwards. So let's consider forcing, right? I mean, you want to take with the rook, not with the queen. Not with the queen, because I don't think you want to take with the queen, right? You want to take with the rook. That doesn't make any sense to take with the queen. So rook takes, then knight captures, right, Tal? Rook takes, knight captures, threatening a checkmate on c7, that is. And, heck, Tal, did you see that, brother? Whatever, I mean, if black, let's say, goes back, you could have potentially a knight on f5 aligned with the king discover check. I mean, that's just killing. What do you think? So rook has to take, knight takes on e6 immediately, thus allowing bishop to f5. And even if the king goes on b8, they're still in a freaking pin. Can you actually believe that? I think it's just glorious. It's so... And now the pressure, Tal, the pressure is on Fabi. Magnus is on 15 minutes. Well, 16 minutes if you consider 2 seconds as not important. So Magnus is on 16 minutes. Fabi is on 10 minutes and going down time-wise. And the position is really boiling now. Reaches the boiling point. And... oh, man. The bishop on c6 doesn't really exist. e6 is completely a liability. e6 will be captured for sure. I think we can agree on this one. e6 will be captured. And black has to respond to rook f8 because that's a forcing move. And to my understanding, black needs to take with the rook. Rook d8 takes f8. They have to take with the rook. And then knight e6 probably almost instantaneously played by Magnus. What do you think, honestly? Genuine question. What do you think? I mean, you can't afford not take the rook, right? I mean, is there any crazy tactic? I don't see anything for black at this stage. And I can read on a screen Aronian Levon beaten Nodibek up the Satorov. Okay. Okay. Now we can peruse through that game maybe later on. But now we gotta watch this. And who's playing? Hold on a second. Ali Reza is black against Gukesh. Oh man, I'd love to see that one too. Okay, 8 minutes now for Fabi here. And man, he's got to take that f8 rook. You got to take it. You have to. You have to take it. So would you take with the queen or with the rook? Modern Tal here. What would be your choice? Yeah, I think it's over for Fabi. I think so. I think so. I think you kind of need to keep playing for a couple more moves. But yeah, it's disconcerting. Let's just put it this way. It's disconcerting having blacks here. It is. It's just a little bit depressing. Uh, it's depressing to play endings that you feel and you know you're going to lose them. Not mentioning when you're playing Magnus Carlsen, right? I mean, it's a bit depressing. It's a bit demotivating to continue playing. I mean, you kind of like, yeah, freaking mentally collapsing. I mean, god damn, look at this. Painful. Again, after e6 disappears, there is a bishop coming here, and I don't even know what to tell you to play because you got a discover check, and also the bishop on f5 is ready to take on g4. Hey, Modern Tal, you didn't expect that, didn't you? I didn't expect it. Queen takes f8. I did not expect taking back with the queen. What the heck is he playing at here? I'm still going to play this. You gotta play this. Sorry. Oh, wait a minute. Dude, do you know what he intends? He intends this stuff. But hey, after king d2, what's the deal? Sorry, man. I mean, what? Okay, what he wanted to do, I think he spent like 5-6 minutes for the idea of queen to a3 check. Which, by the way, apart from a check, what else does it do? Really? So let's just, modern time, let's just consider this. Knight takes. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't even look at this tactic. Queen takes c7, man, because of this fork. Jesus. Look, look at this fork, man. I mean, just look at this. Just look at that. And now fork, obviously. That was another forcing freaking move. It's really, you know, it's those kind of tactics. And Magnus just went, okay, that's just so cool. King has to move now. This is just no if, no but. You gotta have to move the king. It's very forcing. I don't know where you want to get the king. I don't know if it matters because knight's going to take, rook's going to take. And then, okay, so we're going to take here. I think I can say that 100% you're going to take. You could be able to play this or you push the pawn. Whoa. Why not pushing the freaking pawn, given the fact that the bishop is completely dead? The c6 bishop doesn't exist, guys. I think you can drop this guy, or can't you? Can you? I think you may want to push, but then this guy's coming down. Modern Tal, I don't think this is quite very much over. I'm not sure if that was the best course of action with that queen takes c7, but hey, who am I to question the highest authority? Yeah, I did say h6. I mean, feels natural though. Do you know what has the Modern Tal? h6, and probably you know it. It ties the rook to stay on either h8 or just stay where they are. So you're going to lead this guy very much down the board. So let's say if bishop were to capture, this guy goes. You still don't need to do too much stuff. It's okay. I think you can play this. I think you can go... Oh, you actually can go behind the pawn to moving them, man. Hey, I think this is almost game over here. So he did go for the pawn. I did say that. Now I'm going to move here. Rook's going to come here. Can we play this? In order then to do this kind of stuff and maybe, heck, maybe this kind of ideas? Going for this guy and things. I mean, as long as you have the bishop here defending the h7 pawn, I think you can afford the rook h1, rook h5, rook g5, rook g4, and I think it's good. Not over, but Magnus is on 13 minutes, and he'll find something. Material is like 5 black pawns versus 4 black pawns, but rook e5, it's cool. Thank you very much for highlighting your idea. I think rook e5 is also very reasonable. I would love to push the pawn, though. I would love to push the pawn. I'm not sure which one's better. I fully appreciate rook e5, but I think I want to go with the pawn forwards, actually. Because I am making the black rook pretty much, I'm paralyzing the rook. I mean, they can't mess with this move. h7 is really dangerous. h7, rook h1, rook goes on h8, and then I think I could do rook h5. And I don't think I got a problem. Because I'm really forcing the rook to stay to defend against the promotion square. Okay, he tries to create some counter game, but I think it's slow. Hey, rook e5, he did do it. Rook e5, a6. Huh. Well, now rook g5, right? As long as the bishop covers the f1, I guess you could just simply very well take. Okay. It's a little bit of a pawn race, but it feels that this one is a bit slow. I think it might take an eternity to do something with this guy. It does take an eternity, sorry. It does take a billion moves, whereas this guy is quite close. So I think from White's perspective, you need to make sure you get rid of the g5, you need to get rid of the g4. So those two black pawns have to disappear. Again, to my friends via LinkedIn, guys, I can't read messages via LinkedIn, and I'm sorry for this. I need to inquire with the Restream platform why they do not show me the LinkedIn messages. I can't see them. Maybe I need to reinstall the freaking chat or something. I can read the messages via YouTube and Kick.com and I think Facebook, but I can't see them on LinkedIn. I apologize. This is not on my. That's not because something I did. Maybe there's something I didn't do. But in the past, it used to be okay. Hmm. Okay, so I guess you can get rid of the black pawns here, and then yeah. Heck, you still need to push that guy. Don't know. Do you push it now? I think also rook g5. Okay, if I had this over the board, I would take on g5. I would take on g5, then this, and then this. And that's game over? Because actually rook e5 wants to get himself on g8. Tal, correct me if I'm wrong. Rook e5 is not just to take this guy and keep an eye on the g4. Not just that. But I think rook e5 wants to get to g8, actually. Well, after you play h7, that is, of course. So rook g5. So in this order, okay, let me just erase. Oh, let me just erase all the paint. He didn't do it though. He didn't do it though. So let me just do another blue batch of blue paint. Yeah, there you go. Rook g5. Well, it was understandable, right? So Tal, I'm happy you actually concur. Hey, this one is another throwing another span in the works here. What do I mean? Can I just ignore? Can I just go forwards? They take, then I must take. Then they check. Then I move. Then they check. Then I attack the rook with tempo if that was. Then I move. Then I move. Then they move here. Not over. Not quite over yet. Not quite over yet. Fabio's not going to just give up that easily. I mean, it's just a couple more minutes. So let's consider you going forwards. Takes. Hey, it's not over. Tal, it's not over yet. I'm not sure. Did we just launch to were we too premature in saying that is a guaranteed win for White? Sorry, but I think you mustn't take the bishop. I think you have to play this kind of stuff. Hey, Marlon. Takes. There is a passer here, Marlon. Did you see that? Well, of course the king can stop it. But there is another pawn, and there is the king. Hey, that's very instructive, man. I got what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I'm still thinking about this or that, maybe. Oh, sorry, bishop f5, actually. Yes, Marlon. Bingo. You've got it. Nice idea. Oh, whoa. That was a mouse slip. Apologies. Yes. Yes, bishop takes and you give them double pawns. Then you take. Then whatever, you're going to go behind the pawn eventually, keeping the rook there. And then you just move freely with your king, potentially. Heck, depends where you consider the most important place to be for the king. Yes, Marlon. Bishop takes b. You give them double pawns on the b file. Spot on. Yeah. Dude, there's something weird with that Restream interface. I'm not even, I mean, although you guys are on YouTube and kick.com, it doesn't show me the viewers at all. There's something super weird. Yeah, probably I need to reinstall the whole damn interface with the restream because it's a little bit misleading. Okay, right. Okay. Gee. So yes, Marlon, I think you just convinced me, brother. I think you convinced me about bishop takes on b5. Unless there is more to it than what we thought. But you convinced me, sort of. Yeah. I think black pawns are very much scattered after bishop takes b5. You got double pawns isolated, isolated, isolated. Whereas these guys are connected. c2, c3, d4, so to speak. But no, Magnus being Magnus, he doesn't do that. He plays rook g6 with check. Okay. Okay. And notice, guys, notice how the king has... Oh my god, he wins another tempo to push this guy. I mean, ain't that sick? You gotta move the king on the 7th rank now. You gotta move the king on the 7th rank. You have to. You have to. And depends, if you move here, there might be actually... If you play d7, there might be... No, you can't. There's the freaking rook there. You can't. But you got another check then. And then this and that. Oh my god. Oh boy. The king actually can't move, so that... Yeah, there you go. Probably check and then pushing h7? I think so. You guys tell me if you think I'm wrong or something? What do you do? Or can you just push h7 first? No, you can't, because this. No, rook g7, right? Rook g7, check. King must move. And then h7. Is that workable, guys? Rook g7 or bishop b5 still work. Maybe rook g7 and then h7. And you don't take... Okay, he took on b. Okay, I can see all the black pawns are super disconnected. Can we say that? They are so disconnected. There is a passer here, but a rook is there. This is so cool and instructive, guys. Marlon and Modern Tal. This is so instructive for all of the chess friends out there. Because, yeah, that's how you win in this kind of position. He went for this pawn, collection. Well, if this one happened is the most painful stuff ever, I think we can play what? B or D? Now, you gotta call it now. B or D? D. He went for D. It's very important if you go B or D. Very important. I think it's very important. You would be tempted to say if you go on the B, you won't be subjected to further checks. No, I think it's today. Is the tiebreak is today. It's gotta be finalized today, Modern Tal, if I am correct. I think today is gotta be today is the day. I need to check the schedules again. I guess this is the final two and tiebreaks if necessary. That's how it sounded. The check. Yeah, okay. You're furthering the checks. If you can you just attack the rook? And then you go here. Of course, guys, you can attack the rook. Give them the pawn. Couldn't you just have attacked the rook? No, because then they move here. Oh. Well, they can go there anyway. See, I mean, you try to build up a bridge as well. But if rook h2, you've got this. Yeah, that was expected, though. Cutting off the white king completely. I'm still thinking maybe king to b. Okay, that's up for debate. We'll see about that one. I guess in this new scenario, he's gonna go with g7, winning a tempo. King's gotta move. This guy goes here. And potentially I'm gonna get your guys on the queen side. So he's gonna give up on the h pawn and gonna collect the other black pawns. This, there you go. Okay, that's probably more obvious now. So if you move the king away, you're going to be dropping more guys. So you got to keep the king in proximity of those guys. Oops. So you got to do this or that. You got to do c8 or c6. You've got to do king c8 or king c6. Oh man, this thing has to be clearly. This is not updated. That stuff. Restream. I think I need to raise an issue with those guys. The freaking Restream doesn't update the viewers. Okay, don't matter now. So okay, the black king has to stay c8 or c6 to defend b7. That is, and that might allow white to play another one. I don't think c8 because h7 and rook, and then you just lost. So king c6, king c6, and h7 happens regardless. Heck, then you can play this if you really wanna. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. And the white rook can't really do nothing because you're just gonna be promoting. Right, so I think it's getting clearer now that white's gonna win. No, you. I got your point. I think white is winning now. I think it's clearly white is winning. Again, king must go c6. There you go. There you go. You're gonna push h7. This is no if no but. You're gonna push h7. There you go. I said that one too. And it doesn't matter what you're playing, because white's gonna do this. And if you move the white rook to grab on c2, I'm just promoting, really. Who cares? So probably Fabi's gonna resign either now or maybe in 2 moves or something. He's gonna lose now. He's gonna resign. It's gone. King c1, king b2, my friends. King c1, king b2. In order to go b3, b4. And the black rook has to stay where they are. After you go to b4, you could potentially have another check here and force the king to moving down and just start taking those guys, I guess. So even if you're dropping the... Oh, man, what the... Wait a second. h7, b6 by black, and now Magnus goes towards attacking the rook. Because obviously you can't take here due to the queening. Oh, man, and me and my absolute panic, I would have played king b2. Ah, heck. Okay. Disrupting the white's pawns. Guys, I thought it's supposed to be king b2, you know? Oh, come on. Would king b2 would have worked, I wonder, Marlon and Mordenthal. Would that one work? I mean, would have worked better. Should, I don't know. I mean, really, I wonder. Well, we could check with the engine later on. I just wonder if king b2 would have been better for white. In terms that you... Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. But can they... Exactly. King c4. I mean, didn't he just a little bit overstretched with that king e1 thing? I mean, I'm not questioning the highest authority here, but just saying. Okay, he still finds resources, though. Okay. King's gonna go either this or that. Exactly. So white rook holds it all. This and this. Black rook has to stay on the h-file, so you can't really go for too many things. This guy can't go anywhere. King's gonna go towards attacking... Oopsie. King's gonna go towards attacking the rook. I guess the rook has to go somewhere along the h-file, still staying in touch with the h8, which is absolutely critical. And heck, I guess we'll take it as it is. But let's see. 42 moves. By the way, guys, it's like 34 minutes for Magnus, 31 for Fabi. This is the last game happening right now. I can read that Gukesh Alireza drew. That might have been another interesting game. yesterday, Gukesh and Ali Reza played a fabulous game. I think you guys were here, I guess. What does he want to do with the king, man? Okay, now rook's gonna go. You tell me what square could it be? H3, H4, H5, H6. One of these. Probably H6 to defend this guy. Exactly. Exactly. Can you actually believe that? Can you actually believe this? My God. I think Magnus is having fun now. I think he just actually enjoys now playing. Nah, he just resigned at this stage. Fabi resigned at this stage. That's it. That's it, guys. It's just too much. Okay, you know, I've asked the question. I was just so curious at some point if we could have played King B2. Probably that's the best, of course. But just asking for a friend. Okay, so well, just wait a sec. Here. Ah, sugar. No, that is why Magnus is Magnus and we are not. Marlon and Mordenthal. If you do King B2, you might be making a massive draw. Although it looks like it's safer to get the king on the B. If you play out of fear, go for the King B2, you might just very well draw. And because Magnus is Magnus, he played the correct one, which is King D2. Because he actually envisaged the king itself is going to be attacking the rook continuously. He found the only correct move. I mean, this is the correct move. And what I said is not. King B2 is the second line of the engine, and it draws, if not loses, the game. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, boy. He did find it, man. He knew it. He just knew. All right? He knew. He just knew. It's kind of like drawing, if not... You're not winning. When you're playing Fabi, you're not winning. Yeah, you could have played King E3. He went for D. King D1. Still massive advantage. Check, of course. King E1. You're marching towards attacking. Takes. Yeah. And Rook C7. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Unbelievable. King F4. B5. Ah! Do you know what's sweet about this B5 move? In case our friends are wondering what's with the B5, the B5 guys, it could be potentially amongst others, could be this maybe? Yeah, but they're not going to take it. They're going to take on H7. Yeah, but then you're going to take here. Okay, and actually you're going to have like what? 2 extra pawns? Do you give up on that H7 pawn actually? B5, B5, King G3, King D2, King G4, and you're marching actually towards this guy. But then Rook's gonna come down probably. Yeah, but what the heck? You're actually gonna go here, and here, and here. And the Rook holds it this. Uh-huh. Alright, so guys, the plan would be actually not just attack the black Rook. You actually want to move the king. G3, G4, G5, G6, G7. Because you want to push this. And then Rook has to take. And that's it. And the white Rook just defends here. So you can't do nothing, really. King F4, B5, because they cut you off. So you got to do this. King G5, King F3. You try to find your ways around. Check. King G2, Rook H6. How are you making progress? Oh. Oh. Going for a tempo. Going for the D5, taking with tempo. Wow. That's just super sweet. That's just so cool. Yeah, I think he's more than deserving. He just proved it again and again and again. He proved it again and again and again. Fabulous game here. Let me send it a like or a heart, whatever that is. Hi there, God King Tulu. Hi there, guys. All right, I'm gonna go get more beverage, and I'm gonna leave a puzzle on the screen, guys, and then maybe we can make some puzzle racing or things. Think about this one, guys. I'll be returning in a sec. Think about this one. I think I should be. Hello, Pratyush. I think I should be restarting the chat box because it doesn't. Yeah, he actually played a very difficult game, but actually Magnus proved how masterful he is. He just played immensely brilliant as per always. Right, think about this puzzle, guys. I'll be back in a sec. And I think actually, let me just put a chat again. Apologies, guys. I'm just for a second because it doesn't update. It doesn't update the friends that are viewing. So I'm gonna turn off and turn on the chat again. Ah, bloody hell! Now it does. Now it does. Okay. Oh, apologies. Let's just go back with the yeah. Okay, now it does. Okay, I was supposed to just turn off and turn on the thing sometimes. And all right, I'll be back. Think about this puzzle, fellas. Is the sound? Oh, okay, okay, the sound is fine. All right, guys. Okay, what's this? That's a quick puzzle here. Well, quick if you see it quickly. If you don't, it might be longer than expected. Okay, probably you guys had the necessary time to assess the thing here. Okay, what's what is Y supposed to be playing? After all, what is Y supposed to be playing? That's quite a few pieces. This guy's hanging. Let's just highlight. This guy's hanging here. I can see the queen attacking g6, so if we take with the rook, we're also having serious attack here. Could it be something else? Could it be this? Also, there is bishop b2 looking nicely, but then queen takes regardless, right? Or maybe there's something else. Maybe there is totally different. This, this, this. It could be some knight h6 craziness. I mean, just saying. I mean, I don't think we should be overly complicating things necessarily, but I guess knight to h6, if black were to capture, I guess that's quite a threat, given the fact bishop can make it on b2 as well. Knight h6 is a check, by the way. Knight h6 is a check. So this is a check. That's a check. And they better take. And when they take, you could play rook here. And you have, after all, you got the bishop b2 also accessible. What do you think, if you guys still there? So Cthulhu says rook takes g2. Yeah, I think it's not a bad one. Really not a bad one. But if you had to give that knight, I'd rather try to increase the chances for weakening the black king furthermore. So I don't deny rook g2 is not a good move, but it might be maybe takeable later. So knight h6, I'm going to give that knight regardless, right? Cthulhu and Tal and Pratyush, if you're still there, guys. So knight h6, kind of forcing them. I mean, not forces them, but I mean, it's a check, and they got to take your guy, I guess. And then you take on g2. And I think that's quite important. They can't play g7 because they're going to be dropping the queen. That's a fork. It's an almighty fork there. And they lose. And they just lose. So, guys, you reckon knight h6 might be the correct move? I mean, that's how I think I should be playing. And then again, bishop on g2 can be taken later on. I'm going to play knight h6, and let's see if that works. Knight h6. Okay, let me play it. Oh, sugar. It was rook g2, actually? Okay, you see that's just a bit sickening. Is it bishop b2? Oh, come on. Is it? No, you can't do that. There's a bishop here. Okay, that's just very discouraging. Knight the rook takes, which, by the way, you would have went with that move ASAP, right? And knight the knight h6. Huh. Those being rejected, guys. Knight h6 is bad. Rook g2. I mean, not the strongest move. They might be playable, but they're not the strongest. Rook g2 also more could be this kind of nasty pin and stuff. Although, I don't know. What's the other ideas here? I'm not sure about this one, actually. Hi there, Howard. I don't know how I took your comment, but, you know, after like thousands of hours of pro bono publico, the only thing I can do is just to promote myself. So I'm sorry if that was offensive, but I am going to promote myself, because if I'm not doing that, it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But anyway, thanks for the idea. It's okay. It's fine. So, guys, if you think that this puzzle can be dealt with now, knight h6 doesn't work. Rook g2 doesn't work. What the heck are you supposed to be doing here? What else is here? What exactly am I missing? This is really... Don't tell me you have to take with the king. That would be just too much. King take g2 would be a bit too much, I guess. I mean, if it's king g2, king g2. King g2. No, it can't be king g2. I refuse to think it's king g2, although it could be. King g2. What is going on here? King g2. That's not even king g2. So rook g2 is wrong. Rook g2 is wrong. Knight h6 is wrong. I'm going to go for bishop b2 then. I mean, I don't know what else is left. Oh, come on. What's this? I don't know. So, yeah, you know what, Cthulhu? I think we're going to try that one too. I mean, I don't know what else is left, really. I mean, yeah, okay, but what's the bigger picture? What's the big idea? Of course, I mean, I was guessing when I played knight h6. I mean, I had a sort of plan, but I wasn't certain. So knight g5. Knight g5. What's the follow-up for this? Knight g5. Oh man, what's the stuff here? What's the... Yeah, but the bishop, you don't touch the bishop because I took the bishop with the rook, I took him with the king, and they still said it's wrong. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Including bishop b2, which I'm not very happy with bishop b2, but just saying. I'm going to play knight g2, but what exactly do I want to do with this thing here? Is it because then this? Okay, this just doesn't make any sense. Okay, I'm going to play it because... Okay, why is that? Okay, I have to take the queen now. Okay, wait, this is just completely not clear. This is just so not clear, for Christ's sake. Knight h6 is the second line of the engine. Probably gives black advantage because the situation is very, very, very unclear. Well, the third line of the engine actually is bad. Rook g2, which we did have the feeling and the natural inclination. You're very naturally inclined to take on g2 with the rook. Apparently, it's playable, but I'm not sure you're going to win. So rook takes g2, I'm not sure you're going to win. Rook takes g2, you may not win. And knight g5. Knight g5. Saving your knight. Oh my god, don't tell me you're actually just supposed to... Sorry, what? Okay, knight d4, I understand, but... So you're still maintaining pressure on this guy. The bishop can't move anywhere. Okay, it's about winning the bishop, guys. But you're winning the bishop, saving your knight. Okay, I got it in the end. I mean, it took me like half an hour. Okay. The bishop on g2 can be taken for free. And knight g5 saves your knight and cuts off the black bishop from escaping via h3, let's say. Or f3 is already covered. Okay, so that's got King Tulu. That's the reason. That is the reason. Knight g5, one, saves your piece, but not just saves your piece, guarantee you're going to win that bishop. That is the big subtlety. I thought it's going to be some crazy tactics with opening lines and diagonals, and but that's just wrong, wrong, wrong. The positional priority would be knight to g5, save the knight, cut off the bishop from running anywhere. So that's the explanation for all of our chess friends. Yeah, that's it. That's the thing. Knight g5. That's a subtlety. That was a subtlety, and I just missed it completely. That was a subtlety. Wow. I mean, not a huge revelation, but there is a subtlety which I didn't notice because I got entangled in my own projection with... Boy, oh boy. I mean, I've seen something that didn't exist. Knight h6. I'm sorry. I'm really... Okay, so knight g5. And now, look at this one, Cthulhu. I mean, the king, the black bishop can't move anywhere. So you're gonna be one piece up. You're gonna be one piece up. Okay. Now we can. Okay. So now we can agree. You gotta move the king to h7. You are in check. I mean, we are in check. You can't block. I don't think you can block, right? Don't tell me you block the rook. It's just too crazy. I can't do this. I can't do this. So you gotta be king h7. And we're gonna take it from there. So you gotta move this guy. No if, no but. Now you're in check. And I think you gotta move the king again. You gotta move the king again, because when you're taking here, you're just dropping the queen goodbye. You can't take with the pawn, you can't take with the queen. Everything is losing, and you are in check. Therefore, king g6. Do I have to take with the queen? But then they take me. Yeah, but then you have this. Is that enough? No, well, you're in check, aren't you? Man, they designed to be sickening. Oh, you play this check, and then king's gonna play this, and then you're gonna take the queen. Oh, come on. Ah, you take here, then they take, then you're gonna win the queen and stuff. They always tricky, aren't they? They always tricky, for Christ's sake. This is it. Oh, come on. Come on. And this guy's got to drop. Okay, long term, medium, long term, you should be winning. Okay, let's make just one last attempt, and then we're gonna call it a day here, guys. Then we're gonna call it a day here. There's the one last attempt. One last attempt. One last attempt. One last attempt. Okay, we got a check here. No negotiable. We've got a check. Then this guy might be dropping. With the queen, that is. There's no check. You're gonna take. So queen, that feels normal. Is there any other fork and stuff? Check, king's gotta move. Then you're gonna take c2. Oh, heck, man. Is it now? I mean, if it's not this, do we have to consider this? Then there is a check here. Then you're gonna have to move. Now, if you play queen, you're also looking after this square, not just. So I think actually you should do check and then bishop f8. Okay, let's put it this way. It's check first. King must move. They must move. Then you could do this, which forks everything. It does. It does. They can't check you. They gotta have to move the rook. But then you take the queen, right? So I think in this order. Queen d1, king h2, bishop f8. If I get it wrong again, hey, that's what I normally do, right? I always get it wrong. Well, not always. But they are tricky. So queen d8, king h2, bishop f8. You're forking and you should be winning material. I don't think there is any other shenanigans here. So let me just go with this. Okay, I was lucky with this fight. And now, can we do bishop f8? Bishop f8. No check from the queen, that is. If they play rook attacking queen, heck, I can do a check first. Yeah, but they blocking with the queen. And then I have another check, and then come block, but they go back rank. No, I have to play bishop f8 regardless. I mean, it's many tactics. It's really many tactics, but I think bishop f8 ASAP. Bishop f8, rook on the back rank. You just take. You take, but then they take. Yeah, but then you take more than them. Okay, bishop f8 because it feels like that's the right way to play it. It's bishop f8. Please tell me I'm correct. Please tell me I'm correct. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, they are tricky. Oh, they're always tricky. So I was slightly concerned about this. What do we do after rook e1? We take the queen, right? Then they take, then we play rook here and attacking stuff. So we should be able to take more than them. After all. Well, after rook, can you actually do... You're taking care, but then the queen's gonna move here with check. So after rook, I guess you gotta take the queen with the bishop, right? No, I did say queen d5, but heck, they're gonna be blocking with. They're gonna move the king or something. No, they can't. They have to move. They have to move the queen to block. So I did say that, but then they're gonna blocking this puzzle shouldn't be over that quickly because the puzzle is not done. So, I mean, so to speak, there is some resources. Yeah, you do have advantage. Okay, queen is being hit. They gotta have to play the queen. I did say that one too, and I did say the king's gonna go back here. And then you're gonna grab the rook because you just forked them. Okay. Like after 8 moves. Like after 8 moves starts to making sense. 8 moves which were like 5 or 6. Okay, one last thought. That's okay, Pratyush. It happens to everybody, man. It happens to everybody. Okay, that's that kind of ending now. We should be promoting at some point. So we don't need to do nothing with the king. We just got to go for the promotion. The question is, you take or you moving? If you take, can they stop you? Do you take on b3 or do you push on a3? Guys, what do we do here? We take on b3 or we play a4 to a3? I'm not sure what we need to do. I'm not sure. So a3. Whatever check they do, we're going to grab... They're going to play this, though. And then they're going to check you. And then you might have some problems. Hold on a sec. Wait a sec. Do you need to do this? Just preventing the king to moving closer. That's another big subtlety here. Pratyush Cthulhu. Guys, this is another subtle freaking puzzle. You may take b3, a3. I think the point is not allowing the king to play f6. If you allow the king to play f6, then they're gonna go f7 and then they're gonna queen. We are toast. Therefore, I guess you have to not allow the king to move f6. So if I may say, guys, could it be knight d5? I know it's a pain, but you gotta consider this. King f6, king f7, you're done. You're so done. You're very much done. You get checkmated. They promote before you with check, and then you're getting executed either b3 or b4. It doesn't even matter. So you gotta stop the white king to moving f6. It might be wrong. Let me think. So if you do this or that, and if they do this, you go one more time, whatever. Can they check your king? You being here. And that's a good point. That's a very good point. So you take. Okay, hold on a sec. You take or you move. Okay, let's just disregard now taking b3 or a3. Let's just consider they're just the same stuff, just for now, because I want to explore the king moving closer. Then you cut him off. You said. Okay, okay. If they manage to get the knight on f6 or h6, you are done. Can they? This, this, and this. Oh my god. They play this. You go here. Oh my god, you're so toast. They play this. You do whatever. And they play this and you toast again. No, they're gonna be checking you with the knight. And you done again. Because the king is on f6. You done again. We're getting in trouble. So I think if you take b3 or a3, they do f6, then they're going to be moving the king, arriving on f6 with check. Right? Oh, king's in the way. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, let's do it again. Takes, don't matter. Let's go here. You go here. Can they make it on h6? Oh, for Christ. I think if the king is in the way, spot on. Got King Tula, spot on. Okay, are we okay after that one? They can't check you. Okay, okay. Let's assume we are correct. Okay, we can play King G8 after King F6. Bingo. Is there any difference in between taking on B3 or moving A3? If we go on A3, we're going to be promoting on A1. Does that mean anything? Given the fact you might be along this diagonal, maybe that's the whole thing. Do you take on B3? Well, that's another question. No, it's the pawn first because it's the pawn first. I think you gotta go for the A1 promotion for this reason in particular. Yes, I think you want to play A3 because you want to promote on A1. Um, yeah, I don't think you move the king. I think you move A3 because you want to promote here, right? Assuming king's gonna move here, and then you're gonna move here and stuff. Okay. I guess A3. I really guess A3. I mean, I hope it's A3, right? I can't see any other threats. I can't see any other threats, yeah. Oh, sugar. Okay, I just, heck. Don't tell me it's knight D5. But I think we calculate it should be safe-ish. Is there any difference? Okay, actually it wasn't A3, it's this. It's just sick, man. It's just absolute sick. Okay, I'm gonna play this guy. So it was actually A takes B3, not A3. A3 is probably drawing. A B3 because actually you do get to keep your pawn. But let's just check something. If I move here, what exactly do they play this? I'm playing this. We said that. They played this because they're gonna play this on stopping you. That's just very, very subtle. No, that's a big subtlety. Very important actually. Knight stops your queen. You're not gonna get any queen. They're gonna keep the king here defending this guy. And actually you just allow them to survive with that pawn. That's incredibly important. We were close more or less. We were close half the truth. We kind of seen something. We understood after king f6 you gotta drop king g8, Cthulhu. So we understood that, okay. But we didn't understand, what we didn't understand is that a2 and a1 can be stopped with knight d4 and then knight f7. We didn't understand that. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that. I didn't even think about the white knight jumping and stopping you from promoting. I should have thought about that. I mean, we should have been able to see it, but we should have been able to see it. Yeah. Okay, let's try one more time. Didn't I say that last time? Okay, one more time and then we'll take it from there. Tough ones, isn't it? Do we take here? No, they don't take with the queen, they take with the king. That's not gonna work. Do we do this? This? They do. I'm not sure. Do we do this? Or do we do this? No, because it's check here. So you gotta take this guy now. Okay, looks to me we have to take the knight now. You can't do neither this nor this because this guy is hanging and actually you're gonna get in deep trouble. So I guess you gotta take the knight now. And then you can explore whatever you want to explore. Unless there's a crazy tactic with rook g2, but I don't think so. King takes, you check again. King goes in a corner. Is there any subtlety? You have to take the knight. You have to take the knight. You have to take the knight. It's good I convinced myself I have to take the knight. It's good. It's good I've convinced myself. Now we can explore stuff. Either this or that. I'm not sure yet which one works better. This one, do you know what I like about the rook g6? Because I can always do this as well. Well, I'm attacking this guy twice. Actually, that's a thing. What do they do? The question again would be, any difference? No, you can't do this stuff. It's this, for Christ's sake, because there's already a bishop here. Apologies. This one works, actually. Yeah, okay. It's actually rook e8 e6, and there is no defense for this guy. Yeah, it's rook e6, and they can't defend it. They can't defend the bishop. And I think it's enough for black to win. Rook e6, I don't know what they do. Why? There's no resources for white here, and you should win, I guess. Tolo, do you think a rook e6, right? I mean, just try to keep it simple, positional, efficient. If we can, rook e6. I'm gonna play it. Oh, for Christ's sake. Okay, I'm gonna stop because it's just getting really annoying now. Rook e6. What the heck is that? Okay, I didn't even think about that one. Why didn't I? What's wrong with the rook e6 actually? Let me see. How do they save the bishop? Oh, how do they? Wait a minute. No, that's just not working. They're gonna do stuff. You're gonna trade. Nothing's gonna happen. Oh my God! Isn't they? If they play this, it's pinned. The pawn is pinned. Okay, they really trick it. No, it's not about attacking this guy. It's about taking the queen, and the pawn is pinned. Double attack. Rook e to f8. Bishop must move, whatever they move. Queen takes, bishop takes, rook takes, and the pawn can't take. No, it's rook ef8 because eventually you're going to take the queen, and the g2 pawn is pinned. That's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Is this, and then you got a lot of power on a lot of pressure on the f file, and they can't take because it's pinned. And that one is just completely nonsense. They're going to be playing whatever they play, and the only thing you could do is just trade off pieces here. But that's not the point. The point is to win material or to checkmate. Yes, so that's the idea. Because you're going to be winning the stuff. They're always tricky. Hey, at that kind of ending now, you got to think if it's this, and if they go, you're going to take. And then you're going to take. Or maybe there's something else. Oh man, they're so tricky now. You self-doubting at every single step. Bang, boom, bang. That makes sense, right? Yeah, it makes sense, but it's not. It's actually king here. Okay, what's wrong with this? What's wrong with this? Okay, what's wrong with this stuff? I can't stop that guy. It's actually dangerous because the king opposes you on all fronts. You can't stop this guy. You're gonna be promoting at the same time. Actually, they're gonna promote to check. That's the thing. They're gonna be promoting with check. They promote to check when you go after this guy. So you played, even if you played this, but they're still going after this. You take, they take. They actually take. Oh, wait a minute, isn't it the same stuff? Isn't this the same thing? Wait a minute. Well, it's the engine doesn't work. They don't display the lines or anything. Okay, so they played this. You played here. If they do this, you take, right? And after they take, what do you do? Do you play this actually? Yes. They do this, you do that. They do this. they're still gonna be promoting here. They do this, they do this or something. You don't stop them, do you? Let me take a picture of this one. That's a nice one. Just for future reference, let me just take a picture. Again, guys, I'm sorry if you're via LinkedIn, I can't read any of your messages. Okay, let me take a quick pic of this one. Actually, let me do a print screen or something. Nah, let's take a picture. Don't matter. Let's take a picture here. D5. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ah, but they didn't. Wait a minute. King H4, King F4 takes, King H5 takes, King E5 takes, King G5, F5. H5, King E5, King G5 opposing, F5 moving forwards, H4, King D, H4 and you play King D6. No, that's just very. So this after H4, the engine says you are supposed to be playing King D6. This is very, very subtle. So you're actually supposed to move away from the promotion here? My God. So after this, what? Jesus. I mean, the eval bar says I played the correct sequence here because I can see the eval bar being definitely in favor of blacks here. So you probably got to move this way. Well, you're going to stop them. And if they move the king, wait. If they move the king, you're going to be promoting, but they're going to be promoting. What? My God, you can't be serious. Well, you can't get check. Well, there is a check here, but you got an extra pawn. And you can't get checked anymore. This is very difficult. This is so deep. That was an incredibly deep ending. It's good I take a picture of that one. So I'm going to be pondering over. That was a very deep one, Tulu. That's just nothing. That's not easy at all. It's based on the fact you are supposed to see King D6 moving away from the promotion. I mean, this is sick. Is as sick as it gets. You're supposed to understand King D6 moving away from the promoting. I mean, heck, come on. Come on. Come on. King D6 allowing them to promote. You're going to promote. You're going to get checked. You're going to move. And you need to have the understanding that actually there is no more checks coming over to your king. You're not going to be getting checked. This is really very subtle. Really subtle. Come on. I mean, just look at this. Look at the craziness. Come on. It's been like, what, 15 moves? So you move f5, and I did say that actually I'm concerned about this. But actually you're supposed to go d6? Are you serious? My God. Can you imagine that you gotta have nerves of steel and very huge clarity to understand that actually King d6? Really? King d6? Oh, come on. And look at this, man. And now king to e? You're gonna be stopping, and if they stepping in, you go, I mean, come on. Oh boy. So you gotta play the correct move order. King d6 and king e7. If they push h7, you're gonna be stopping them with the king f7. So if they push this guy here, you're gonna stop with this. No, whoa. No, it's black's turn, apologies. It's black's turn. If they move the king, you're gonna march on. If they move, well, you're gonna move close, obviously. So if they play this, you're gonna stop. And you're gonna stop. And you're gonna stop it. My God, this is so sickening. And if they move the king, you're gonna move this guy, but you're not gonna get checked or anything. So if they move this guy, you're gonna be pushing your guy. And when they promote, you're gonna be yourself here one step after. Oh, come on. Okay, okay, that was really really subtle. Okay, dokie, guys. So let's wrap it up now. Thanks for being here, God King Tulu. Cheers, man. Okay. Tomorrow being Saturday, I'll be at a club, so I reckon in the evenings, perhaps in the evening tomorrow, 7 p.m. ish, I guess. So thanks for this, guys, and God King Tulu and the rest of the fellas. Pratyush, I don't know if he's still there. Pratyush, who else did I miss? There was a guy via Twitch at some point, so cheers for that guy too. Okay, guys. Cheers, man. Thank you. Boy, those puzzles. All right. See you tomorrow evening. Take care of you, man. And see you tomorrow, YouTube and all. Cheers. Thanks, man.